Okay, all right. Let's check out this news segment.
Pioneering education's new frontier. Every click, every keystroke at Austin's Alpha School is guided by artificial intelligence. Only 2 hours in the morning on science, math, and reading, working at their own speed using personalized AI-driven software.
Right now, at my age level, I'm supposed to be 4th grade.
Okay.
But science, I'm in like 6th, 7th grade.
You are?
Yeah.
I'm very curious to see if you can slingshot this.
Adults in the classroom are called guides, not teachers, and earn 6-figure salaries. Their job is to encourage and motivate.
Can an algorithm replace the expertise of someone like yourself?
I don't think it's replacing. I think it's just working in tandem.
Afternoons are different. Students tackle projects teaching financial literacy and public speaking. Life skills, founder Mackenzie Price says, are invaluable.
What advantage does the learning that you're employing here have over traditional schools?
There is such a huge advantage when students can be met at the level and pace of learning that is right for them.
Price was not an educator before starting the school in 2014. There are now 16 campuses and big backers. The education secretary visited last month.
You're turning the learning over to a laptop. What about the importance of an educator in a child's life?
So our guides are not teaching academic content, but they are connecting. In fact, every week, every one of our students gets 30 minutes of one-on-one concentrated time with their guides. And during the workshops in the afternoons, they are connecting and interacting in a group experience.
That progress isn't cheap. Tuition at Austin's Alpha School starts at $40,000 a year.
How is it applicable to standard education?
We recognize that there is a huge mountain of challenges that come in a large public system. So what I hope that Alpha can be is an example, an inspiration, and help families understand that this model of education is something that can work.
While the school says its students test in the top 1% on standardized assessments, AI models have been met with skepticism by educators who say they're unproven. Though there's no disputing students like Smith Adrian are engaged.
So far, you think what?
Amazing.
Reshaping learning with artificial intelligence at the...
I think we've, excuse me, gotten the gist of it. I'm sure there are many people out there who would agree that the modern education system could use some sort of upheaval. 2026, this may be the time to completely rethink and redesign education as we know it. One, because there are problems with parents that we have failing a lot of youngsters out there. Now, I think it's healthy to have some level of skepticism. I don't think that we should be completely throwing out the old for the new, because as the video said, some people are skeptical of AI and the effects that it may have on youngsters' learning. But it's coming. The future is here. The future is now. What we have isn't working as it once did, and some sort of change is necessary. And this seems to be the change that people are backing. at least people who are in positions of power. $40,000 per student a year. Isn't that something? It makes me wonder what the model will look like for public school if things indeed go that far. What will a public school look like 30 years from today, 50 years from today? Obviously, their teachers or guides, as the video called them, they'll need to be present in order to deal with behavioral issues. Kids are going to be kids. I think that's safe to say for the children who aren't even born yet. Some just aren't going to listen. Some don't want to see disciplinary action. I'm not sure what might be developed with AI that can handle an unruly child. And do we even want that as people? I think it's also important to consider the social politics, the social ramifications that can come from such a world. Can you imagine that? A parent, an upset parent coming to school to complain about how a robot disciplined their child, their 10-year-old, for talking during class, or perhaps talking during their individual AI lesson. I think that's the part that fascinates me. What type of minor controversy will it stir up? It's interesting to think about. The world's changing at an alarming rate. In 50 years, nothing's going to look the same. But I guess you could say that about the past. 50 years ago, nobody had smartphones. 50 years ago, nobody had electric cars. 50 years ago, nobody had Wi-Fi, social media. AI seems to be the next big step that's going to separate today from tomorrow. AI. On one hand, it seems good. I mean, this model that they set up, the 2 hours of fundamental learning, supplemented by other endeavors during the rest of the day, seems practical. And I'm a fan of practicality as it relates to education. I wish it was almost all practical instead of the other stuff. Things are the way they are. On and on about this. Videos to a certain level. Let me know your opinion. Drop a comment. How do you feel about this? Is it great or is it horrible?